What's up, guys? Welcome back. So today, pretty hectic day, kind of. Checking out pre-mark when I was looking at the scanner at like 7 a.m. I was like, oh man, today's it's gonna be weird. Yesterday we ended the day with a lot of selling off, and today we had some huge bounces, some big runners, but from a lot of confusing stocks. Everything from WAFU to TEDU, BHAT, AMBO, HHT. They're all, some sort of Chinese education related company with no catalyst, but they're grabbing up extremely high. I have no idea why. If you do, please leave a comment below. I'm still kind of looking for answers. I have some ideas, and we'll talk about it in the charts later, but still overall just a little bit confused. And that's why I was so cautious today. We only did half position sizes today because I did not have full conviction really behind any one of the stocks. Some of my trades I really liked, some of the setups I really liked, but again, I didn't really like the overall market today. So I was like, I'm just gonna ease off the throttle a little bit. And to me, easing off the throttle is more like easing off position size, easing off certain entries, like, averaging into maybe a breakout or something like that, because maybe the breakouts aren't going to be that hot today. So stuff like that. I'll still get aggressive when I see a good entry, and I'll jump right in, because you don't want to miss the setup, but you also want to understand that today might not be the best fall through day. Today actually buying dips might be better. So just kind of keeping that stuff in mind. So yeah, let's go over to the charts now. Some good stuff to review, some nice trades. I think we made like 5 or so. IZEA will also review today. Is it going to be a good overnight hold? I'll tell you guys what I think when we go to the charts now. So before then, don't forget to hit the like button, guys, if you enjoy the content. If you're totally new here, we go live every morning at 9:15 a.m. to trade the market open after reviewing the watch list. So if you want to learn more about day trading and you want to join the stream and you want to join the growing community, definitely hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon, and I will see you first thing tomorrow at 9:15. Till then, let's go to the charts now and wrap up the recap. Ooh. All right, guys, welcome back. I'm a little stuffed. I just had a giant little lunch snack. I was getting a little delirious on the stream for a second. Okay, so let's go. Oh wait, I just realized I'm in the way. Wow, a lot to kind of review today. I didn't even use all of my buying power today. I know it says negative, and that's because some weird account issue of transferring 3,000 in and then removing the 3,000, and then it definitely, or it won't fully calculate the proper amount till Monday, they told me. But anyway, it's not really that important. We walked away today with $35.65, which is not the worst. It's really not that bad. And the reason I'm saying it's not that bad is because today did I do one full position size? I don't think I did one full position size today. So every trade was like $450, $500. Way small position size. So technically, we're ending the day up 7% based on our average position size. So I know that sounds like maybe kind of hocus pocus, but basically what that means is, once we're trading with $5,000, once we're trading with, let's say, $10,000, that means we would have had a $700 day so far, which is great. So, and plus I would have been trading more. I would have even, done a few more dip buys and stuff like that. So, actually today's okay. It's not a, mind blowing day, but it's all right. It's not the worst day. Any day that's not red is already good to start off with. Where should I start? Let's pick a few tickers, and then we'll also review maybe IZEA if it's going to be a possible swing trade today, because I know a lot of you guys in the chat room were talking about that. Renee, I think specifically. So let's do that. Let's quickly start here with basically what we're doing first. So WAFU out of the gates, that's where we're trading. So let's go to WAFU. It was our lead gapper on the day. So let me quickly review some of these kind of fun facts on it. 1 million float. That is, to me, I think the highlight of WAFU. It was gapping up here about 6. No, wait, that's the wrong spot. The gap up from yesterday was just absolutely insane. I don't know, we closed somewhere here in this 230 area, and we were going all the way up here to $15. So it was almost like a $600 gain, percentage gain. I don't know, 550 to 600, depending on exactly where the close was yesterday. I'm not totally sure. Whatever, that to me, that was huge. The problem was, well, this isn't the problem, but it was a Chinese education company, which I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. But then I was like, hold up. There is zero catalyst about this stock. I was looking everywhere. So I did not find anything. Let me see if something new came out since I stopped trading. So 18 o'clock, that's noon. These two articles came out, plunges. No, this is just macro news. So there has to be something going on driving these stocks up, because we also had AMBO, we had BHAT, we had TEDU, and we had HHT, all kind of Chinese related companies that were in the education space. So if you guys know what's going on, leave a comment below. I'm generally curious. I heard that China and Australia is having some sort of exchange student dispute or some student dispute. I don't know. I really got to say, this time with the catalyst, I was so lost. And that's why today I was like, I'm going to be so careful today because I have no idea what is going on. I mean, I have not seen a morning where it was so confusing. I mean, no catalyst, no catalyst, no catalyst, no catalyst. All of our lead gappers. Everything between 100 and 600%. Like, what is going on? Whatever. So pre-market, WAFU, I was very cautious with, but at one point, we were starting to break out higher here, and I was like, oh, this is actually looking kind of good. I'm going to try to get this second pullback here, looking for a continuation here. I was looking for, what was that, like a 10% move or so. It was right into this shoulder right here. I think that's what I was looking at, like into the $13 zone. That's what I was looking to take some profit. Oops, sorry, I'm skipping around here a lot. We were at 12.28. I was looking for another pop here higher, and I would have closed this position. At one point, I was actually up on this trade like 5%. And, it kind of bothers me a little bit because I might have closed that position if I used bigger position size, but it's tough to say. Whatever happened, it doesn't really matter because it didn't break out, and I basically got out right away when it didn't break out. So I only took like a 20-cent loss on a $11.5 stock. So that's not as small. I mean, not a big loss. It doesn't even matter. I was actually pretty happy about this trade. It kind of showed me that today is just going to be a weird day, and I need to really watch out. So ultimately, this pre-market trade, I think, was a good thing. Out of the gates, we actually, WAFU had a huge red to green move. This doesn't look like that much, but this is a 40% move from top to bottom. That's huge. I'm a little disappointed. I didn't trade this in like 80, 87, 80, 77 zone. I mean, that's sweet. Oh man, I love red to green moves. So it's always kind of a bummer when I don't get them, especially 40%. I mean, come on, that's ridiculous. We did have a nice little pullback here on the breakout. I wanted to buy this pullback. I knew it was going to be sketchy, so I wanted to be quick about it. And we got 70 cents a share on this move. This was huge. I mean, that's like a 7% trade. So I was really happy about this one. But the problem on this one, and I should have not been so shaky, is I should have went full position size because I was dip buying lead gapper on the first pullback. That's kind of like one of the best setups. So that's a little bit unfortunate that I went so light on it, because even though this was a big winner, I think it was like, yeah, it was like a $450 entry. I mean, like that's not going to make you that much money, even with 7%. So I used less than half of my ideal share size. This big run up here, I was totally chickening out, and it's honestly because there was no catalyst. I didn't understand why WAFU was up so much. I just felt like it was going to collapse any second. But, I was overly biased, and I should have not been, because, here we started trending higher. This would have been the nice breakout buy right here. And I also would have liked to buy this. It got halted here, and we pulled back. This would have been such a beautiful 30% rally. So I'm kind of disappointed again with myself that I didn't buy here. So really, this buy right here on this 9-minute EMA pullback out of the halt, and then here, this one, just full position size. Those two moves alone would have been, made this day very, very green. What did we do after that? So that was WAFU. We have IZEA twice. So let's review IZEA quickly, and then we'll wrap up with the other one. IZEA actually pulling up here again. It looks like it's at $3 almost. IZEA, this has been a big runner, 31 million float US internet company. This has been a big runner for several days now. If you quickly go to charts, you can see, zoom in a little bit here, 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of big days in a row. And, just a few weeks ago, it was more like 2 months ago, it was at 0.07 cents. And now it's at, 2.88. That's a ridiculously big move. I don't know. I didn't feel like I wanted to be so aggressive on IZEA. I think it didn't even have a catalyst today. It just kind of building off the catalyst from several days ago. Shares up. They were awarded $1 million in contracts, which, you know, maybe when IZEA was at $1, that's a big deal. But now, you know, the market cap has grown exponentially, and I just don't see that this deal. I don't know. I feel like a huge disconnect with the price of IZEA and the actual foundation or the fundamentals. So, I mean, obviously, that's not really what you look at when you're day trading, but that's kind of what my thought was. Like, IZEA is super overextended, which means maybe they're going to do an offering soon. So I was really cautious on this one. I did get kind of some decent trades on it though. We had this first little dip buy here. Let me just zoom out so you kind of get the story. So we had a red to green move here. I missed this entry. I was kicking myself in the butt about this one. Didn't really trade it till eventually here we had a nice big breakout. Took an entry here, back to VWAP. And I unfortunately got out literally on the last candle that was not making a high. It actually pulled back here a second ago, so I would have maybe got chopped out here for another, I don't know. It only pulls up 5%. So this trade was, you know, the thing that made me nervous on IZEA, let me scroll here so it's a little bit more realistic. So this is what I was looking at. Okay, so we're here. We have, you know, a little bit of a breakout, a nice big green candle, but then this red candle was very strong. And my entry was okay. Actually, I had a perfect entry on this. And what I should have done was just close this trade at like 2.43 into the bounce, and then, you know, done another trade actually, because this one was probably premature. And then we pulled back here, and I was like, ugh, like this doesn't look good. And then we pulled back again, and I was like, well, I wanted a breakout pullback. My thesis is wrong. Why should I stay in this trade? What is a good reason to stay in this trade? And I don't know. To me, I just saw a lot of selling volume, and IZEA was overextended. Could have easily came out with a news on, you know, an offering. So I was just not super stoked about this one. Eventually, I just got out. The next ticker, you know, low volume here. This is not looking too hot, and is actually red for most of it. And then here would have been maybe a time to get back in, but like I said, you know, I only have, this is very choppy. This whole time was not very hot. It really wasn't until we started picking up here again. I got a nice little 9-minute pullback. This was kind of sketchy in this area, I gotta say. And then another entry here would have been really nice. Here at like 259, you know, took an 8% run on this one. So, you know, this had more potential, and right now it's still squeezing up. This could actually be a break of 3. This could be a pretty nice move. Do I think that IZEA is gonna, you know, hold overnight? It's like a good hold overnight. It's really tough to say, because I would actually like to see how it ends. So I would want to watch the close, and I would be buying IZEA into the close. If it doesn't have a huge move today, but it's holding its highs well, I wouldn't be surprised if it gapped up tomorrow, maybe had a quick little try to spike at the open, and then sell off the rest of the day. That is kind of my thesis. But like I said, I would like to see it close. I want to know what it's going to do in the next, you know, 4 hours. There's a lot more trading that has to be done today before I would give a kind of analysis on holding a stock overnight. It's only noon, so a lot could happen till then and now. I mean, obviously, if this gets an offering right now, then it's definitely not a good overnight hold, in my opinion. Yeah. So let's see if this breaks 3. I think there's a good chance it might. And then while we're waiting for this to break 3, which could happen any second, OMTX, this is a good one to review. It's really quick, nothing special. I kind of got chopped out on this one, which was for the better. Actually, I don't know if I got chopped out, but let me tell you what's going on with this one. OMTX was actually one of the top stocks today, just because like today was a weird day. And I missed this move here, and I wanted this one. And again, I wanted this breakout here. The big support and resistance line breakout. This was a nice 10% move that I could have snagged, but I did not see it. So I think I had a little bit of FOMO on OMTX. And then at one point we were pulling back here, and I was like, okay, well, we're having a 5-minute breakout. We're having a nice 1-minute pullback, but this is the giant mistake on OMTX. This is where I went wrong. And this is totally like, this could have been avoided. Basically what happened here was OMTX had selling volume, right? Or not, it didn't have a lot of buying volume. Yeah, we had a 5-minute breakout. Here you can see the 5-minute candle breaking over the red candle, which is a buy indicator, but there wasn't volume backing it up. Very small breakout volume. Like, I don't know why it didn't hit me at first, but eventually it hit me like 30, 45 seconds, a minute later, and I was like looking at this, and I was like, let me review this trade. And I was like, oh my God, I just bought like a dud. I just bought a stock with no volume. And then I just basically try to force this exit. It could have been a small win, could have been a small loss, doesn't really matter. It ended up being a small loss, but you know, I was trading a stock with no volume, and good thing I got out, because this thing, you know, from my entry, it sold off 13%. So would have been a big loser if I just, you know, was like hoping and wishing and praying. That's not what we're doing here. Obviously, we always hope it goes up if we have a long position. We hope it goes down, but that's not our strategy. Our strategy is very specific, and if the stock is not following our strategy, we are out of there. We're not here to just hang around and, you know, think, you know, what could happen in 5 years with this stock. That's great to do, and I love investing, and I also invest, but this, especially on the live stream, we're specifically day trading momentum. When you're day trading momentum, either it breaks out, either it does what you want, or it doesn't. And you typically know very quickly. It's very rare where you wait around 10 minutes or even more than, my best trades, I know if it's a winner or loser, like right away. I'm like, okay, boom, this is taking off. Here we go. You know, I just like downshifted and like, boom, the car is moving. And with OMTX, I was like, oh my God, like I just went into a sand pit. So it was good that I got out of this trade. Let's go back to IZEA. Still trying to crack here. Yeah, it's interesting to watch. I'll probably be watching it for a little bit. Obviously, I have like $400 more to trade, but I probably won't be trading today anymore. I technically also have my margin account I could do a little bit of trading in. Obviously, only one trade on that one until I fund it a bit more to $25,000, which I think I will do probably. But we'll see. No promises. All right, guys. I think that's everything for this video. Whew, my stomach is stuffed. Don't forget to drop a like if you enjoy the content. If you're totally new here, I'd love to see you again. Definitely consider subscribing. The community is phenomenal. I love it. So yeah, I will see you guys then first thing tomorrow morning. Stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao, guys.